Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, on board Margaritaville at Sea Islander. It's our final 2 days on board, and we're starting things off in Cozumel, Mexico, where we finally get to experience the magic of pier runners almost being left behind. Back on board, we get to experience our first ever crew talent show in the main theater, and then we have our final day at sea, where we do some last minute shopping, and finally have a good meal in the specialty upcharge restaurant. We have all of that in today's video, and so much more, up next. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Margaritaville at Sea Islander. Today we are docked in Cozumel, Mexico, where today we're going to be getting off for just a little bit, just to do some walking around, get some exercise in, maybe get a couple of decent shots of the ship from a distance, and then get back on board for a night of fun. All in all, it's going to be a very chill day today. We have an evening jam-packed full of adult-only activities, which I'm very much so looking forward to, and I'm just looking forward to relaxing today. I am upstairs at the buffet for breakfast by myself. I tried waking up Coda this morning and she was absolutely not having it. Let's go ahead and show you guys what I got. As you guys can see here, I got some ham, eggs, I have a biscuit and gravy, pancakes, waffles, and potato medley. Nothing too crazy. Oh yeah, and also there's some sausage in there that they called British bangers. So that should be interesting. Pretty decent breakfast this morning. So in the last video, we started giving you all a ship tour of the Islander, and we ended it just before making it to the upper decks. Let's go ahead and pick things up where we left off, starting off with the pool deck on 9. So this is the first of several pool areas that we have on the Margaritaville Islander. This is the Landshark pool area. You can see we have a hot tub up here, moving on down to the much larger pool, and on the opposite side, we even have a large TV screen. I was about to call it a funnel vision, but you can see they have a Jimmy Buffett concert playing right now, which is awesome. And right next door, we have the 5 o'clock somewhere pool. You can see this pool is very similar to the Landshark pool, features this very similar design, but you can see we have a margarita blender up top by the hot tub, which is really cool. Of course, all along the sides of the pool, we have a bunch of seating areas, but I want to point out these in particular. They obviously look a lot nicer. They have beds and cushions and pillows. These can be reserved for an extra cost. I'm not entirely sure how much it costs to reserve these for the day, but it is another option for you guys in case you guys are interested in relaxing a little bit more. And right behind the 5 o'clock somewhere pool, we have the 6-string stage. Now, this is a stage that is set up for bands to perform throughout the day, whether it be in the middle of the day or for sail away. Whatever kind of activity you need a band for, they have a stage set up right here. I also want to point out the retractable roof that they have over here. I don't know if they use this roof anymore since it did get converted into Margaritaville, but when it was a Costa ship, we could see pictures of this roof completely closed if for whatever reason it was raining outside and people still wanted to utilize the pool. And right next door to the 6-string stage on either side, we have a couple of quick service locations. Now, thankfully, these locations are complimentary. So over here on the left of the stage, we have the Cheeseburger in Paradise Burger Bar. Now, as you guys can see, it is currently not open right now, but this is where you would get your complimentary cheeseburgers. I have had a couple of these burgers throughout the course of the cruise, and they are fantastic. Honestly, one of the best food items that you can get on board Margaritaville at Sea Islander. As you get closer to the buffet, you will also start to see a couple of drink stations on either side of the ship. You can see we have ice and water machines over here. We have water, lemonade, and iced tea machines, and coffee machines. And not to worry, guys, Margaritaville at Sea does offer complimentary ice cream. It's not open at the moment, but they do offer it. And on the right side of the 6-string stage, we have our next complimentary food location. This is the Mexican Cutie Cantina. This is where you're able to get your tacos on board the ship, and it is completely complimentary as well, which is awesome to see. Again, not currently open at the moment, but it is still a very cool quick service food option to have. Now that we have completed the outdoor pool sections, let's go ahead and continue making our way towards the back of the ship and head on inside the Port of Indecision buffet. Now, as you guys can see, it is completely empty at the moment, well, almost completely empty. Breakfast service has just concluded, and there are 2 big sections to this buffet. So you can see we have a whole bunch of seating over here, and then we have a couple of buffet lines. We have one over here and then one on the opposite side of the ship. You can see over here we have our atrium. So this is the center of the ship that goes all the way down from top to bottom. Inside the buffet at several locations you will have drink stations. You can see we have our coffees over here, water, iced tea, and lemonade, and of course ice and water machines. Let's go ahead and continue our journey on through the back, and I also want to point out that we are on the port side of the ship, making our way to the very back. You can see the buffet is quite large, plenty of seating, but when it gets busy, and it can be rather difficult to find a seat sometimes, so just make sure you guys bear that in mind. And now that we've made our way further back, we have the second portion of the buffet. This is going to be near the aft elevators. You can see we have more buffet over here, and then we come up on the pizzeria on board. This is going to be Frank and Lola's Pizzeria. This is another free quick service location here on board Margaritaville at Sea Islander, which is always fantastic, serving up pizzas all day long. Here are the different options that you can get. Absolutely loving it. And the pizza here is fantastic. Some of the best cruise ship pizza I've ever had. And just on the opposite end of the room from the pizzeria, we also have the Margaritaville coffee shop. Now, unfortunately, nothing here is complimentary. Everything here is an added charge, but you can see all of the different pastry items and added cost foods over here. You can see you can get different cakes custom made. We have different pastries over here that you can purchase for an added cost, and all of your specialty coffees. It's not exactly a Starbucks, but it's the closest you can get on board. Now that we have concluded the buffet section of this tour, let's go ahead and continue walking back still on deck 9 aft and head on over to the adults only area. You can see the sign over here that says adults only. You have to open it and close it manually. Come over here, close that. And now we are in the adults only section, and we have the Tiki Grill and Island Eats. This is going to be an added charge food location here on board. It is again for adults only, but there are still plenty of options for you guys to eat. You can see we have the bar right over here, plenty of seating out here, and then we have the adults only pool area. Now you guys can see the adults only pool area isn't the largest space in the world, but then again, what adult only area is a really large space. You can see it's nice and empty right now as we are docked in Cozumel, Mexico, so the majority of the guests are going to be off the ship at this time. This is going to be the perfect time for you guys to come out here where the crowds are going to be very minimal, the pool is going to be nice and empty, and you can take advantage of things properly. I want to point out this statue over here that is holding a margarita glass on the top, which is really cool. We also have a hot tub area right there, and we have a couple of added cabanas over there on the side. Okay, finally we are done with deck 9. Let's go ahead and make our way over to deck 10. We can head right up these stairs from the aft of the ship. I forgot my sunglasses, and that was a little bit of a mistake, but we are here on deck 10 aft. You can see right behind me is the adult only pool area, and then over here behind me we have our big water slide. Well, big is a relative term. Is that the right word to use, relative? Either way, it's a okay, decent sized water slide that I have seen a lot of kids taking advantage of over the course of this cruise. And as you guys can see, there's not too much else over here. Plenty of room for activities. I don't think they ever put chairs out here for anything, only because of all the like exhaust vents that they have all along over here, which may be a problem for guests, but either way, plenty of space to spread out, plenty of room for activities. If you wanted to lay a towel out here and do some sunbathing, I guess you could do that. But yeah, the only thing that we have right now is the water slide. And then over here on deck 11, we have some more stuff, which we will get into in just a little bit. You know, while we're over here, I figured we might as well come on up to deck 11 and see what's up here. You can see we have the proper entrance to the water slide over here where you can head on up. And it looks like we have a little bit of a children's play area. I was not expecting to see this. It's a little mini jungle gym, which is cool. You can see it's in the shape of a pirate ship. They have a slide over here. You can see there's another area up here that also has a slide. And I do believe this leads into the buffet area. Yeah, this is the drink station over here. That's really cool. You can look through the window and spy on people. And then again, nothing too much else going on over here. You can see we have the ship's funnel right here. Used to be a Costa ship. Plenty of room for activities, nothing too much else going on. I'm just gonna go ahead and continue walking on deck 11 because there's nothing of value to note on deck 10. You know, I do wish they could find a way to pressure wash the funnel because you can look at it really closely and you can see that it's all grimy and dirty and there's like drip marks from liquid or something coming down from it, and it's not really appealing to look at. Give it a good pressure wash every once in a while or touch up paint, and I promise you it would look a million times better. So we've made our way forward just a little bit from the back of deck 11. You can see the children's play area over here. We have the funnel, and this circular room over here is actually JWB Steakhouse. This is going to be the added cost adult only steakhouse on board Margaritaville At Sea Islander. You can see the deck ends kind of over here, and you have the door right over here that leads you to the inside of the JWB Steakhouse. This is where our journey ends over here on deck 11, so let's go ahead on upstairs to deck 12. So do I really need to say it? Do I really need to say it? You guys already know what I'm gonna say. Plenty of room for activities up here. Nothing going on over here as well for whatever reason. Like wasted space, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Over here, this is the window that goes all the way down to the main atrium. So this is the elevator shaft that goes up the length of the entire ship. Let's see if we can go forward of it anymore. I don't think we can though. Huh, very interesting. You come on down over here and it takes you downstairs a little bit. It's kind of like a halfway down because it's not quite deck 11. It's kind of like a in between. Anyways, plenty of room for activities over here. Nothing going on over here. Wasted space. I really wish they would add something else over here that would like add to the cruise and value, but hopefully in the future they can expand and do something. But as of right now, nothing. So we have made our way back down to deck 10, and as you can see, as we get closer and closer to the pool areas, we start seeing more and more deck chairs. We have a little bit of a crossover space going over there from the port side to the starboard side. Let's go ahead and make our way down. So over here we have the 5 o'clock somewhere pool. On the opposite side over there we have the land shark pool, and right over here we do have a bar. Now the bar is on that side, but we do have some bar seating over here on this side, which is really cool. And as you guys can see, our usable public space on deck 10 does come to an end, as we do have a bunch of suite staterooms down yonder that way. So let's go ahead back on upstairs to 11. So we've made it to deck 11 forward, and take a look at this, guys. This is the Dis and Dat activity zone featuring mini golf. This is so cool. Take a look at this. I love the painted artwork on the back as well. Like, there are several instances of AI generated images being used on the ship, but this is like hand painted art, and I absolutely love this. And take a look at that. It's a margarita blending machine. That's really cool for hole number 1, and then it circles around to hole number 9, but we can come across over here. We can see a poor shark that stepped on a Lego, and they even have the southernmost point buoy over here. What the heck? We didn't have to wait in that line at all. We could have just come over here and taken a photo of it. I honestly don't know how well you guys can hear me, but this is my new favorite spot on the whole ship. It's blowing out cold air, and it feels glorious. Oh my God, this is perfect. Yes. I don't know if it's like this during the day, if it's like on a Z day and we're moving, but I will take it right now. It is chef's kiss. I gotta say, I am very pleasantly surprised that this is a well-maintained and well-made mini golf course. Like, the turf is really good. It looks almost brand new. I wonder if this is like a recent addition. And not only do you have mini golf, which is just a couple of holes over here, but we also have a pickleball court, which is awesome. Let's come on over here and show you guys the sign. Paradise Pickleball at Sea. That is really cool. So you can come on over here and have a fun pickleball game if that's your thing. And then the golf course continues. Look at the cheeseburger. That is a massive cheeseburger. Holy moly. We also have a volcano over here as well. We have the Hemisphere Dancer Plane. This is a really, really good mini golf course. And oh my gosh, guys, take a look at this. We have cornhole. There is like a cornhole course. I don't know what you properly call it because I don't play cornhole, but still, you have a bunch of little cornhole holes. That is awesome. I really love this addition. And again, the artwork on the back, You just can't beat it. I love it. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cozumel, Mexico. But this time, a part that we've never been to before. Cozumel, Mexico has several different docks along the island. So like further on down that way is normally where we would dock if we were on like a Disney cruise, but we have a dock further on down. And take a look at that. Coda's finally here. She woke up.
Good.
Hi, Sleeping Beauty. And take a look at that, guys. This is the best opportunity we've had yet to get a photo and a good look at the Margaritaville at Sea logo on the side of the ship. And if we go a little bit further on down, we have the Islander logo as well. One thing I will give Margaritaville credit for is the design of their ships and the artwork that is on it. It is so stinking cool. It looks amazing, and it's all, I assume, hand painted on. It looks great. I love it. As we make our way over to the port area proper, I do want to point out a Margaritaville. Take a look at that. This Margaritaville, I'm sure, has been here long before Margaritaville at Sea was even a thing because, you know, most popular cruise ports have a Margaritaville. That's still really cool. You know, all things considered, it is a very quiet day here in Cozumel. It is only us and the Carnival Valor that is in port today, which is kind of unheard of. We haven't had a port day in Cozumel this quiet since we were here on our botched Bermuda cruise when we came here on the Fantasy, and it was literally just us on the ship. So like all of the local shops and bars and restaurants opened up just because we were going to be in port that day. Right now we're making our way over towards the Cozumel sign, and I can see the Senor Frogs ahead of us too. That way we can get a nice photo with the ship. No surprises over here. We have a restaurant called Tequila A Go-Go. That's really cool. Of course you can get your drinks, and I'm sure you can get tacos as well. Oh, there you go. Yeah, see? Tacos. And oh my gosh, guys, take a look at this view of the ship that we have right here. It is perfect. This is one of the reasons why I love coming to Cozumel so much, is because you always get a fantastic view of the ship from the side. Normally you can't get a great view on like embarkation day or something. You have to wait until you get to a port to get a view like this, and this is just perfect. Now over here is a Cozumel sign where you can get a nice photo of the ship, but unfortunately a bunch of folks are sitting over there and, you know, making it a bench. Quite unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. You can still only do the best that you can with the photo. Still really nice though. If you're good at Photoshop, you can edit them out, but unfortunately for video, different story. And of course we have a Senor Frogs over here. There's a Ron John surf shop. We have our Diamonds International. Same basic things that you would find at any other cruise port. And of course, with it being Mexico, you have your stands where you can buy different Mexican merchandise and your luchador masks and anything under the sun Mexico related you can find here at the port. In case you guys are looking for taxis, here is a cost breakdown of everything that you can expect. Of course, prices can fluctuate depending on when you get here, but you can go ahead and pause the video to read in case there's someplace specific you're looking to go. And of course, just like with the other port area of Cozumel, it's going to be a bunch of shops, a bunch of vendors, all of them trying to win your sales. Some of them are going to be a little bit pushier than others. Just say no gracias or a firm no and just keep walking and you'll be fine. They're not going to pursue you. Now, something else that's really interesting is that the pharmacies here have Ozempic supply. And I remember seeing somewhere on the internet or somewhere in the news that Mexico has a good supply of weight loss medications like Ozempic and Mounjaro and things like that for cheaper than what you would find in the US. I asked one of the pharmacists, or one of the guys that was outside the pharmacy, what he had, and he said he had, you know, Ozempic that was for 6 weeks and it was $700. So do with that information what you will. You know, I'm not an expert or anything. I'm not necessarily going to be going out of my way to buy Ozempic from Mexico, but I have heard stories and read articles about people from the United States coming to Mexico to get Ozempic supplies and other weight loss injectables. Here's the entrance to the Margaritaville over here in this part of Cozumel. Is there a Margaritaville? No, there is no Margaritaville on the other side of Cozumel, right? Where we normally park?
No, I think it's just this one.
Just this one? Yeah, I figured it was just this one, but still, it's really cool. Before we head back on board the ship though, I do want to point out this little beach area that they have here right at the port area. You can go down the stairs and hop on in the water. Of course, proceed at your own risk. It does look like there's quite a few rocks in here, but the water is relatively clear. Some folks are definitely taking advantage of it, and they're having a great time. Plus, you know, it's right by the ship too. Okay, that was a nice little walk of the port area. I always recommend that if you guys are in Cozumel or just in Mexico in general, unless you have an excursion, try your best to not leave the secure port area, because that entire area that we were in was behind a security barrier where you actually had to like check in to make sure that you could actually be there. So if you can, try and stay in that area. There are plenty of shops, plenty of restaurants, plenty of things to see and do in that secure area, and avoid leaving if at all possible, because that's when it gets a little sketchy and your safety isn't always guaranteed. So yeah, always best to err on the side of caution. And of course, that's not just for Mexico, but for any cruise port in general, because you just never know. We just noticed something very cute. At the very nose of the ship, there's a little parrot up there. How adorable is that? Made it back on board the ship in time for some lunch. And Coda got some tacos. It's actually the first thing that she's eaten today. Those are massive, good lord. You happy though? Yeah. And I opted for some ice cream because I'm still relatively full from breakfast, but still really hot, and this is the best way to cool down. By the way, if you're looking for an excursion recommendation for Cozumel, go back on my channel and look for the Fury Catamaran video. Highly recommend it. It was a very fun excursion. So we're walking through the buffet real quick, and I just want to show you guys all the cakes that they have out. Look at that. That is so cool. They got whole cakes over here, and they are very pretty. I love the rainbow one too. All right, we have made it back to the room. We need to guess the towel animal and see if our rat is still there and the elephant is still there. So if they are both still there, I'm going to say bear.
Penguin.
You're going to say penguin? Okay, penguin's a pretty basic one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Oh my god!
What is...
He's a squid!
It's a squid? No way! Oh my god, this is a new one.
I love him!
This is a new one. I love that.
He's definitely got some help in the back. Holding them together. But...
He's got tape, yeah. Hey, it's okay. This is a unique one. I've never had this one before. Okay, so it's a little while later. We went back to the room to relax. I had a really nice shower because I sweat thinking about the sun, and I got pretty sweaty out there in Cozumel. But we are making our way over to the very front of the ship on deck 2 to the far end of the world, far side of the world lounge, where we are going to take part in some Harry Potter visual trivia. So my guess is they're going to just show a bunch of random things, and they're going to ask us to name what it is. So hopefully we do well. You know, I did pretty well on my own on the conquest for Harry Potter trivia on my own, but now I have my secret weapon. So let's see.
Okay, our first question is gonna be about the next question is gonna be about defense against the dark arts. Okay? Ready? Yeah. Question number 1. What is the spell used to unlock something? What do you say for the summoning charm? Name the spell to make a light appear for your wand and the spell extinguish it. Professor Kira belongs to which house? What is Ron Wesley Patronus? What is the name of the true potion? Name their animagus. 1 point each.
What's our point total? 41.
Okay, make your math.
How many questions
first.
were there? 30 questions plus
Yes.
the bonus.
48 total.
48 total.
49 with the bonus.
15.
Woo!
18.
Woo!
20.
Woo!
No more? Boom. 22.
Woo!
24.
Woo!
No? Oh. You can go more? Keep clapping. Yeah. 26.
Woo!
You got it. 28.
Woo!
29.
Woo!
30.
Woo!
32.
Woo!
34.
Woo!
35.
Woo!
38.
Woo!
39.
Woo!
40.
Woo!
41.
Woo!
42.
Nah, that's it. That's it.
Can anybody beat 41? No. We
Oh my
got a winner team! With 41 points.
Oh my god, that was a gnarly trivia. 31 questions. That was wild. All right, we are the winners. They don't have any medals on Margaritaville, but they gave us some koozies, so that's really cool. We're certified nerds. They're looking for people. We gotta go up, we gotta go up. Pier runners, pier runners. Okay, so no pier runners yet, but a gentleman down there, we were informed, said that they're missing 2 guests and 1 crew member. So we are waiting on some folks, but it looks like we're getting ready to leave them.
The following announcement is for Johnson Kim Lorraine and Cohen April Lorraine. Once again, the following announcement is for Johnson Kim Lorraine and Cohen April Lorraine to kindly proceed at the guest services desk located on deck 2 midship. Thank you.
2 people. Y'all better hurry up or I'm gonna have a YouTube video. Yeah, I'll start filming for TikTok. And just for reference, all aboard was at 3:30 and current time is what, 3:40 right now? Everybody on their balconies. No way.
There we go.
Pull it! Leave him! Leave him! They're not even trying. Oh my gosh. Just a Sunday stroll for them. My goodness.
Ooh, I'm coming all the way in because they don't care.
Let's go!
Come on!
Everybody on their balconies, look at that. No way.
All the way up on 10.
Let's go! Let's go!
Look at everybody out on their balconies. That is insane. And let's not forget, we're still missing a crew member. They haven't pulled the gangway yet. We're giving them as much time as humanly possible. And that's it. They're pulling it. We just had a couple of guys get off that work here, I think, and she came up with a lot of papers. So this crew member is getting canned. That is highly unfortunate. That lady over there had a lot of paperwork in her hands. And this gentleman over here in the backpack has a lot of paperwork too. Obviously, we hope nothing is wrong with the crew member that is missing, and we hope that everything is okay, but there's only so much you can do, only so long that you can wait before we have no choice but to leave him. And they just sounded the horn, and we are pushing back right now. So, again, hopefully everything is okay with that crew member. But yeah, it is time for us to go.
This is my first at Key West.
Are you trying to communicate with turtles?
It's not working.
What did you try to do to summon a turtle?
Ooh. Sorry. Righteous. Awesome.
Totally.
It's not working.
It is crazy how clear the water is, though. You can see all the way down to the bottom. That is nuts. See, like, someplace I'd love to go snorkeling is right here. Like, underneath the dock and everything, I would love to go snorkeling here. Also, keeping up with the theme of AI on this cruise ship, I'm 99% sure this entire wall is AI. Looking at it closely, like if you look at the trees and how they're shaped and all the weird lines, and especially that parrot right there, it's got an extra set of wings coming out of it.
Where?
On its head.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm fairly certain all of this is AI.
Doors opening.
This
Oh yeah, and like this bird over here has an extra set of wings too. Okay, so about an hour and a half later, we had a very nice nap. It is time for us to have dinner. We're heading on down to the Islander dining room for our second to last dinner of the cruise. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Islander dining room. So as we're leaving the Islander dining room, I just want to point out another example of an AI generated image that they use. So you can see, like, look at the palm trees and how everything looks kind of blotchy, and then like the cables make absolutely no sense, like especially over here, and everything looks kind of swirly. So yeah, it is crazy how much they used AI for just random pictures and images all over the ship. Like, look at this. And at, you know, from a distance, you won't tell. And if you're just quickly walking by, you're not going to tell. And that's what they're hoping for. They're hoping that you just don't notice, that you don't take a second to look at things, but upon closer inspection, you notice these things. Okay, just got done with dinner in the main dining room. This was our second visit to the Islander dining room, and overall, our experience was better. I didn't actually do any like talking while we were there because we got sat down next to an older couple, well, not really couple, but a couple of older ladies, and I feel like if I would have started talking to the camera, there would have been like, oh, good heavens.
Oh yeah.
The food itself was better this time around than the first night. The very first night, everything was pretty awful, but this time, like, we actually enjoyed ourselves. The presentation on Margaritaville Islander is good. They're really good at their presentation of food. It's just a shame that 90% of the time, the food taste doesn't match the presentation. But at least we enjoyed what we had tonight. The gumbo was really good. So far, the gumbo is the best thing that I've had on this entire ship. Like, better than the burgers and the pizzas. So if you're ever in the main dining room and you see the gumbo, make sure you try it. The shrimp, it was okay. The bread that was underneath was stale, so that was inedible, unfortunately, and I wasn't able to finish that. But I feel like if they would have added a little bit of pineapple or some kind of fruit to that, then it would have been so much better. The steak, it was definitely an improvement. You can tell that it was cooked and prepared differently than the other steaks that we have had previously, so that was an improvement. So overall, I enjoyed my meal, and the bread pudding was just okay for me. I also took my injection earlier, so I'm starting to feel, you know, a lot more full more easily. What about you? What did you enjoy?
The nachos, the brisket nachos on the suite menu or the prime dining or whatever we have, those were really good. They were big too.
That was a big portion.
They were big. The gumbo, my parents said they liked the gumbo, so I got it. Really good. And then what else did I have? The Antigua shrimp was really good. I wish I had maybe like even one more shrimp. I think I had 4. So like, you know, 5 or 6 would have been great. The rice was definitely parboiled, which is fine. They're preparing a lot of food. It didn't taste bad, but just the texture, you know, it's parboiled rice. It is what it is, but it was good. And then dessert was okay. I ate the top layer first.
So yeah, overall, a much more positive experience in the main dining room this time around. I will say though, now that we're out from Cozumel and we're out in the Gulf of Mexico once again, it is choppy, like really choppy. And
it could be worse.
It could be a lot worse. We've definitely sailed through a lot worse. But the problem is that this is a very old ship, and I don't think this ship has stabilizers, and if it does, then they're not that good, because we are like snail pacing through the water right now. We're not going very fast at all, and the waters are choppy, and typically if you're like busting through the water, then you're not going to feel it as much. But yeah, we do be like, we're not rocking like this too much. It's just a lot of, you know, up and down movements that we're feeling right now. So anyways, a little bit interesting, just thought I'd mention that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make some donations to the casino. We're going to head on down there. We have less than $100. I have like $60 that, you know, we're going to split, and we're just going to play some slots and just have some fun, get a little bit of stimulation in us, and hopefully win some money. Enrichment, yeah. Hopefully win some money. If not, you know, at least we had fun.
To be a
Okay, donations to the casino have been made. I was up for a little bit and then I promptly lost it all, but it's fine, it happens. So right now we're making our way over to the main theater because they're actually doing a crew talent show on board this sailing. I don't know if this is for every sailing, but they are doing a crew talent show, and this is something that I've always wanted to see, something to highlight all the crew members that are on board and their specific talents. So we're heading on inside right now to see what that's like, and we'll let you know.
Your international crew talent show. Margaritaville at Sea, I'll tell you what, we take pride in the fact that we have one of the most diverse crew members on board any cruise line. We don't just pick from certain countries, we will take everybody and anybody as long as they're here, ready to have fun and give you exceptional service. Have you enjoyed the cruise so far this cruise? Yes?
There will not be precious side and turn into your own, all cause you won't listen, listen. And I'm turning time to see what's on my mind.
Okay, good morning ladies and gentlemen from our last and final day on board the Margaritaville At Sea Islander. As you can see, Coda is starting her day off with pizza for breakfast. It's actually after 11:30 in the morning right now. We're getting a little bit of a late start, but it's just a very chill day. It's our final day at sea. We're gonna go around, just chill. Coda has her old lady bag. She's gonna crochet some stuff. We're just gonna relax. As is customary with the last day of any cruise, we have to do our shopping. Coda, are you picking out that shirt, or you're gonna get it? I think I'm gonna get it too. Like, yeah, the design is on the back and I absolutely despise that, but it is the coolest shirt that does say Islander, so. It has the Islander on it, so I think I'm gonna settle and get that. Wiser words have never been spoken. Life is always more fun on a cruise. Looking for a Spirit jersey?
It do be the brand,
Okay.
but it's not like a normal Spirit jersey.
Define normal Spirit jersey and talk louder.
T-shirt. This is more almost sweatshirty.
Ah, okay.
Not a thick sweatshirt though. But
Get it. So the material's just thinner.
yeah,
I mean, do you want it to be thinner or thicker?
I don't know.
Like, is what you're holding now a Spirit jersey brand?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So then I fail to understand what the problem is. You're just undecided?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, to be fair, I like the one that you're holding now better than the other one.
It do be double the price.
Oh, I do see the conundrum now.
I do like it because it's like my my Castaway one.
Yeah. I mean, also the other one is like half a shirt. It's a crop top.
Yeah, I was gonna get an XL, so it was a little longer. It'd be comfier.
Decisions. What does it say on the back, though?
That's it.
That's it? It doesn't even say anything on the back? How much is that one?
70.
Bruh. $70? Good lord. It do be cute, though.
I know, but it doesn't say Islander.
Does
Neither
that one?
of them, no.
Neither of them say Islander? I mean, me personally, I'd want something that says Islander, but it does also say Margaritaville at Sea, so I don't know. It's up to you. We just left the store. Coda, what did you find?
I get it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
Look at that. How cute.
It's one of Hello Kitty's friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea.
Does not say who it is, but it's one of Hello Kitty's friends.
That is adorable. It is also worth noting that we do have a day at sea for our final day on board the Margaritaville Islander. Look at my wife. She's so gorgeous right now. The wind blowing in her hair. Beautiful ocean views in the background. It's nice. It's a really gorgeous day outside. The seas are definitely much calmer than they were yesterday, so we're thanking God for that, because it was a little rough last night for a little bit there. So we're over here in the Hemisphere Dancer Lounge. We're just vibing and chilling, you know, enjoying each other's company. I look out the window and I'm like, oh, this is really nice. Then I look off in the distance and I see this nasty rainstorm that we're about to sail into. Oh my goodness. and I was like, huh, the water's getting a little bit choppier, you know? I'm noticing it, and then, yeah. So this is going to be interesting to watch from this window over here.
Sonia crochet. Are you hearing anything, Shirley?
So we made it back down to the Flip Flop Atrium, and we're getting ready to watch something that's on the schedule called a Towel Animal Parade. I don't know what to expect. Like, are they gonna come out with just a bunch of towel animals on a cart and wheel them around? Or are they gonna have them on display somewhere? I don't really know. Either way, towel animals. We both love towel animals, especially this one. So let's see what this is all about.
Come on, you're singing that number one, make some noise! Olivia Taki, here, please show it to everyone. Show it to the guests on both sides. There you go. Olivia, you have a new haircut. Please make even more noise. Trouble. Some noise if you're singing. You're our biggest cheerleader here. But I'm sorry, guys. Don't be upset. And 10, please have a round of applause for deck 8, 9, and 10. If you're staying on any of these decks, make some noise.
Okay, a little bit of a light lunch here at the buffet. They did have some barbecue ribs out, so I wanted to try that. And they have some, andouille sausage. So I just wanted to try a little bit of that too. And they have this really cool chocolate cake. It's not like a chocolate cake. It's a banoffee cake. It's like banana and toffee with cocoa base or something like that. Either way, it's going to be interesting. Coda got a taco bowl over here for lunch. Yeah, something light to hold us over until our steak dinner tonight. Okay, so we just got done with the towel animal parade. Now it's time for us to see what ours is for the night. What are you guessing?
Penguin.
Penguin? I'm gonna say dinosaur. And push.
Dang it, frog was the second choice.
Frog.
I love you.
Oh my goodness. His eyes are all crooked.
Have you seen a frog's eyes be normal?
I guess frog's eyes aren't normal.
Sad face.
Wait, where are the other ones? They're all gone.
I got a mouse.
The elephant has been sacrificed.
I have a mouse.
We have a mouse and a squid, but the elephant has been sacrificed.
So we didn't want to paint it or change it. I think it's wise.
God, what did he do to you?
Yeah, we were just starting to like our room host too.
Dad.
What, you expect him to be on the toilet?
Maybe. He gotta do what he gotta do.
Sad. No more elephant. He was your sleeping buddy. Okay, after a 2-hour long nap, we are dressed once again and we are ready to go for our final dinner of the cruise, which is going to be at the specialty steakhouse that is located on board on deck 10, I believe. It's called JWB Steakhouse. And what does JWB stand for?
Is it James William Buffett?
Either way, it's Jimmy Buffett's initials, and he's got a steakhouse named after him. So let's go ahead and check it out. I mean, as you guys know, a lot of the food on this ship has not been the best, so we're wondering if the specialty upcharge restaurant is any better. Let's go find out. All right, we have made it to our seat here at JWB Steakhouse. We have our menus. Let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so of course on one side of the menu we have our wine selections. You can go ahead and pause the video to rate if you so desire. And then over here we have our regular menu. So for starters you can only choose one, but we have several options. Steak tartare, braised pork belly, wagyu meatballs, provoletta. We have jumbo shrimp cocktail, smoked pickled oyster, roasted beet carpaccio, and a burrata. For soups and salads, you can only get one. We have an onion soup, lobster bisque, Caesar salad, and a bib and walnut salad. For entrees, same thing. You can only choose one. You have center cut filet, New York strip, ribeye, short ribs, rack of lamb, pork chops, You also have pan-roasted chicken, grilled jumbo shrimp, chef's catch selection, and lobster tail that is going to be an added charge. And for sides, you can pick 2 for the table, and your desserts, you only get 1. Once again, the presentation on Margaritaville at Sea is on point. Look at that. That is Coda's burrata starter. That looks incredible. Holy moly. And it came with some sourdough bread. And then mine is the pork belly. Look at that. That looks so good. I really hope it tastes good, because the presentation, again, is awesome. The next course has arrived. We both opted for a Caesar salad. All right, our entrees have arrived. Both Coda and I opted for the ribeye steak cooked medium. I got the mac and cheese and broccoli, and Coda opted for some mashed potatoes and some parm fries. And last but not least, we have our desserts. I opted for the banana cream pie, and Coda opted for, what is that, the key lime pie? Looks tasty. I already know I'm not gonna like it. You can watch our Key West video. But yeah, looks fantastic. Let's dig in. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it back inside the theater for the final show of the cruise, and this one's called Caribbean Heat. It features all of the main stage performers that we've seen over the last couple of days. Should be a lot of fun. Hope it's good.
Let's go, take a trip around the world. Come on with me tonight. There is no wedding time. Get all I got, get all Omega. And this is how we finna do it right here. Dale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. I know you want me. You know I want you. I know you want me. You know I want you. Bahamas, Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Cuba, and Barbados. Dance the night away, leave your life and stay on the floor. Fireball, I saw a camp car, she'll say I saw a cock of the king. They said she gon' buy me, he ain't all out there slipping, he running the game. Now me, baby, boogie that clip, look at it, nice, nice little shade. Again, stick a little paddle on the booty, just turn around and sit on this way. Suddenly, my past knew me, to me. Ole, 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 put your light out in the sky, and wait till sunlight.
And with that, guys, we have made it back outside for the final sunset of the cruise. Well, what's left of this sunset. And I gotta say, this was a very interesting cruise. We're going to hold all of our final thoughts and reviews and everything for the actual review video, which, by the way, we just posted the review video from the Carnival Conquest, and you guys really seem to enjoy that style of review. So we're going to go ahead and keep that rolling with the Margaritaville at Sea Islander. But let's go ahead and review that show. It was okay.
Sorry.
It was all right. You know, it's a cute little send-off, you know, because we visited the Caribbean. It was a Caribbean themed show. It was really nice.
It'll fit any itinerary.
It will fit any itinerary, basically, because they, you know, travel all over the Caribbean to different islands and locations and stuff. The performers, for the most part, are great. There's one performer in particular that I feel like they keep doing them dirty with the songs that they're giving them.
Which one?
The white boy.
The white boy.
The white boy with the accent. Like, they keep giving him songs that require an accent, and he's butchering it, and I feel so bad for him because he's a talented performer. They just do him dirty with what he's given. Anyways, the show was nice. You know, if you have to skip it, you're not missing out on too much, but it is a cute show. Dinner at JWB Steakhouse.
Pretty solid.
Pretty solid. I don't really like the fact that you're only restricted to one. You know, I wish that you maybe had one or two more options. Like, one entree, that's fine. But, like, appetizers or salads, I wish you could get more than one. I'm more than okay with just having one entree. But overall, it was fine. The steak, I feel like could have been seasoned a little bit more, but it was a pretty decent steak. It was definitely the best steak that I've had this entire cruise. You can definitely tell that they took their time with it. And I was, looking back at the kitchen, because I could see it where I was from, where they were preparing the food. And again, their presentation is fantastic. The food has the makings of greatness, but it's just not there yet. So I hopefully with time it can get better. The Islander just started setting sail last year in 2024. So with time, things can definitely improve. So do we have anything else planned for the evening, or is that
I think
pretty
that's
much it? Yeah.
There's adult karaoke and then another little like game show that was like family oriented that they had marked, but I'm not too bummed if we miss it. Just hang out somewhere else.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's it. We're gonna head on back to the room. We're gonna start packing. We need to go ahead and start packing because, normally we live out of our suitcases for cruises, but we decided to unpack a little bit for this one, and it actually worked out. It was kind of nice. But with all that being said, let's go ahead back up to the room and see where the wind takes us. As we're out on the ocean. I have no idea what else we're going to be getting up to tonight, so the video may almost be over. But I just want to say, again, before we go, just thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to have this be my full-time job. Being able to just take a camera and bring you guys along with me for all of these different cruises and unique vacations. It really is an honor and a blessing. And from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you so much for making this be my life. I'm able to take my beautiful wife on these fantastic trips. She's able to enjoy herself, and that's all I ever really wanted in life, is to provide for her and give her everything that she could have ever wanted. So again, thank you guys so much for everything.